Hi and Salaam ladies, and I can say ladies because this is only for girls, so if you're a boy, go away, this will not interest you. This is the hijab tutorial that was requested, the hairband one, or the party one as I like to call it. All I've done here literally is I have put my volumizer in at the back and obviously put my scarf around it, how I do, and I've literally put it on my head. I've folded this bit here and then pinned it with a hijab pin. That is literally all I've done. The next step, I'm going to use this. I hope you can see properly. I know this scarf is black, which wasn't the best choice, but I've got it at the length I want it, so I really don't want to have to take it off. But if this is really, really awful and you really can't see, it's quite simple. It looks complicated, but it's not. But if you really can't see what I'm doing, then tell me and I'll upload it with another one, because you will mean so much to me. That's why. Yes, I have a gold. This is quite a big one. You need one that's probably relatively big if you're wearing a volumizer. Obviously, if you don't agree with volumizers, just skip it. Just don't put it on. So my mirror's over here. So that's got to be the most said sentence on any hijab video. Sorry, my mirror's over there. Put it obviously wherever you want to put it. I put it round underneath my volumizer, so it gives this rather fetching look. It's also a good idea to just lean your head forward and just slightly pull up a little bit of the scarf at the back, because if not, when you move your head and look down, you're going to be pulling this bit back. I'm quite happy with it about there. Get the long piece of the scarf, and when you put this on, the hairband on, you can make just the slightest sort of fold in it, just like that, and then run your finger along so that it's sort of folded on the scarf, so you've got it folded in a bit. Then obviously fling it over your head. This bit, it really varies on how big your volumizer is and how big or how wide your scarf is. I put my volumizer in the wrong place. I put it on my head, but it is actually 4:10 in the morning, and I think I've said before that I have insomnia, and sometimes I only sleep every other day, so I'll sort of be awake for 27 hours and then I'll go to bed. And yeah, I'm on kind of that time scale at the moment. So I was sat here and I was bored and lonely, and thought, you know what I'll do? I'll actually make the video that was requested of me within a week of it being requested, because that doesn't normally happen, does it? I'm normally rubbish. So yeah, just play around with it a little bit. Like I said, how tight it'll be in that will really depend on how big your volumizer is, where it is at the back and all the rest of it, and obviously personal preference. Depends on how tight you want it on your head. I want it a little bit tight, but not so much that I'm going to pass out. You can also, I find it more comfortable to just have this, when you've got a hairband on, having your scarf just slightly back. I normally have mine probably about where the hairband is there, but having it just slightly back just makes it a bit more comfortable. Now this bit, obviously, again, entirely up to you. You can use a pin. I'm going to use a red one so you can see it. You can pin wherever you fancy, really. I'd say just above the hairband, and even maybe to the point where the end of it, the end of the pin, is just sitting under the hairband. So you can have it like that, and obviously, if you so wish, should have got these out first, I do apologise. Pull your scarf back just a touch, tiny bit, just to make sure it's flat or straight, whatever, and then pin this side as well. Not everyone will want to do this, but I recommend, if you're going outside, use 2 pins. You can never have enough, basically. I actually had this the other day. Long story short, a man come into my house, it was on my Facebook, from the housing people. I was talking to him, had this underscarf on, which luckily comes quite far back, rabbiting away, and then he started giving me a really weird look, and I couldn't work out what it was. And I just went like that and realised my hijab had fallen off the back of my head, and I was sat there just wearing an underscarf with a scarf around my neck, and I felt like a total pillock. And he didn't say anything, and I just put it back on again. So you can never have enough pins, in my opinion. I'll make sure that because I didn't bother pinning it because I was indoors. I just, you know, wrapped and went. So yeah, you can either pin it, or I think this is quite nice for a party, like if you're going to a party. And obviously I have the bindi as well, the nice hairband. You can, instead of using a straight pin, or as well as, if you feel like it, you can add a nice flower. I'm about to stab myself. Oh, I didn't. Amazing. Ow, just did it then. See, that's what you get for being cocky. Never be cocky about not stabbing yourself, because then you will do shortly afterwards. And now I can't do it up. You know how to put a flower pin on. I do apologise. Why do these things... Do you know what? I normally do this in seconds, but as soon as you start filming, the universe just conspires against you. There we go. I actually stabbed myself pretty hard. You can add a flower. I would probably have it further down, but I'm not taking it off to put it back on again, because otherwise I just stabbed myself. Oh, I'm bleeding. Look, can you see that I'm bleeding? Just to prove how hard I stabbed myself. Yeah, and that's it. So it's quite simple. There's a lot of coverage at the front, and there's even more coverage at the back. There's loads of coverage at the back. You can obviously pull it, you know, around more. I personally like having this bit at the front. So yeah, that's it. You know, you've got a nice flower. A bit just fell off it. Hairband and bindi. If you can see, look, my bindi broke. So I put one bit and then put the other bit right underneath it. So yeah, that's the hijab tutorial everyone wanted. I hope you can all see. Like I said, it is pretty simple. It looks really complicated, but it ain't. Yeah, if you do want me to do another version of it, then I will do it with the pink one if you so wish. But like I said, chances are if you watch this like twice, you'll know how to do it. So that's it. I hope everyone is well. Be good to each other.